Hey gang, how's it going? I am off to the cinema today to go check out The Founder.
That glorious name, McDonald's. I had to have it.
I mean, after I, finished watching the original trailer, I was all like, 2 all-beef patty, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun.
2 all-beef patty, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun.
I'm not addicted to fast food, and I'm not a spokesperson for McDonald's. They don't have a vice-like grip on my soul. Let's focus on the task at hand, and that's reviewing movies, because I sure do enjoy it. In many ways you could say I'm I'm loving it. Damn it! Hey gang, how's it going? I am joined by my very good buddy, Steve Barse, otherwise known. I'm very good, Steve. Quick question, can you tell me the ingredients of a Big Mac? 10 seconds or less, go.
2 all-beef patty, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun.
That's 4 seconds.
Okay, you go.
2 all-beef patty, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun.
Sesame seed bun.
That's how you do it, Steve Barse. How do you not know that jingle? So, of course, we just got out of The Founder, and it is, of course, the sort of the fact-based film about the inception of, McDonald's as this borderline religious entity in the world.
I am telling you, McDonald's can be the new American church.
2 all-beef patty, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun. More importantly, it's really the story of Ray Kroc. And for those who are not familiar with Ray Kroc was the businessman, former traveling milkshake
salesman, kitchen nook salesman.
I know what you're thinking. How the heck does a 52-year-old over-the-hill milkshake machine salesman build a fast food empire with 1,600 restaurants and an annual revenue of $700 million?
Who really
Paper cup salesman
who really started with nothing, and he was the guy who basically discovered the very first McDonald's restaurant in California.
San Bernardino, California.
McDonald's.
Care for a little tour? We wanted something different, and that's when my brother here comes up with one of his brilliant ideas.
Orders ready in 30 seconds, not 30 minutes.
And he realized, I think after many trips to many a drive-in restaurant, and was really kind of just upset with the level of slow service and the poor quality food and so forth, he saw the model that the McDonald's brothers sort of created, and then he realized, holy shit, these guys the speedy system, putting out food in literally under a minute flat and good quality food. Then he had an epiphany. He's like, why in the world aren't the McDonald's brothers franchising the sucker and putting a McDonald's on literally every street corner in every American city around?
What is that?
The Golden Arches.
It's a way to make the place stand out.
There should be McDonald's everywhere. Franchise the damn thing.
Mr. Kroc.
Franchise.
And that's really what The Founder is about. And of course, it stars, you want to get nuts? Come on. Let's get nuts, Michael Keaton. Okay?
Now you want to get nuts? Come on. Let's get nuts.
I know what you're thinking.
I'm Batman.
And he plays Ray Kroc, and it's really, one thing I really liked about it was that it was fascinating.
Oh, I was entranced.
Yeah. What were your favorite parts of the film? What did you take away from The Founder?
There was a scene where they drew out the possible layout of the restaurant on a tennis court, and then had all of their workers pretend to make burgers while they tested its efficiency.
Yeah, and one of the brothers,
I could have just watched them do that for an hour and a half.
Yeah, one of the brothers played very well by Nick Offerman.
Nick Offerman was great.
Yeah, and I like that scene in question because basically they were trying to find a way to create a blueprint for future McDonald's restaurants to make them as expeditious as possible and as efficient as possible. That's a fascinating scene. What do you think of Michael Keaton as Ray Kroc?
He was great. I thought he had that perfect kind of blend of kind of sad pathetic desperateness
Right.
of like a milkshake salesman who's not doing a good job.
There should be Windows
No.
sponsorship.
No!
Barbecue beef.
No!
But the ambition and like he knew exactly what he wanted out of life, and he knew what he had to do to get it, and it just wasn't working out for him. It wasn't working out for him, and then he hit the one thing he knew would work.
I'm going to give you 3 words. I want you to take those 3 words home with you tonight. McDonald's is family.
Here's the question. I think this is the fascinating conundrum of the founder, and this is something that I took away from it. Is Ray Kroc a business genius, a marketing genius, a deplorable asshole, someone who is willing to stab his very own partners in the back to see his dream of a franchise McDonald's through to successful fruition? Or was he all of those things?
2 things can be true. So he definitely wasn't just any one of those things. He certainly was smart business-wise.
I think he was a genius.
I
mean,
know that he wasn't trying to screw the McDonald's brothers out of things. No. I think he wanted to make more money, and he wanted them to make more money. They just wanted to
make hamburgers for
do
the
thing that they wanted to do.
Local restaurant. And I think it's I don't think that the movie paints Ray Kroc as an evil, manipulative a-hole. I think he certainly used some unscrupulous business practices to hit his end game.
I am through with you and your endless parade of no's.
What is it with this guy?
I think he really had a vision to work with the McDonald's brothers to create this empire that, and you have to understand, this movie is set in a time before fast food restaurants. I think that's a culture that we just don't really have a fundamental understanding of right now. But I mean, he had a vision of a North American-wide dominant fast food culture that would feed Americans.
At McDonald's, just like this great nation of ours. Some of that elbow grease. Guarantee you, if you've got the guts, got the gumption, got the desire, I guarantee you, you can succeed. There's gold to be had at the end of those golden arches. Golden arches. Golden arches.
That's part of the fascinating angle of this movie for me. See, I really like Michael Keaton. I think Michael Keaton, one of our most underrated actors. Sure. I think it's kind of a crying shame that he's only really been nominated for 1 Oscar and he's never won. I think this is a very low-key, understated, but very fascinating performance. And I also really like the fact that it's very multi-layered. I didn't come out of the film hating Kroc. I respected his business chutzpah.
Yeah,
right?
He wasn't likable in the movie.
But he certainly wasn't likable, and he did a lot of deceitful things in the film. So I like the fact that it really didn't pull very many punches. I thought it was going to be a very sanitized portrait.
Yeah, no, it certainly wasn't sanitized.
Of Ray Kroc.
There's a wolf in the hen house. We let him in.
When's enough going to be enough for you?
Probably never.
And I thought it was very intrinsically interesting. I think, if anything, the film, it makes me crave McDonald's. I think that's the set, not Burger King. Yeah. Fuck that shit. 2 all beef patty, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun.
Everything with McDonald's is all in the name.
It's all in the name. And I think that's another fascinating angle to the movie, is that the McDonald's Corporation is not a billion-dollar global empire because of fast food. They're the biggest real estate business empire in the world. And that's how Kroc essentially made his fortune, not off of the profits from McDonald's, because he bought the land by which McDonald's franchises put their buildings, and that's where he made all his money. It's just endlessly fascinating.
What you ought to be doing is owning the land upon which that burger is cooked. You're not in the burger business. You're in the real estate business.
And damn, the food looked good in the movie.
It did. Yeah, I like that. And it wasn't like they never painted him as a business genius who knew what he was going to do and how to do it. He went like the McDonald's, his blueprint for McDonald's went through multiple layers of, I'm going to franchise this to rich people. No, that's not going to work. I'm going to franchise this to like hardworking couples. And that seemed to work, but it wasn't going to explode him onto the scene. So there wasn't just, this is what I did.
Exactly.
It shows you kind of every layer and every level of how they had to get to where they are today.
Franchise Realty Corporation.
It's its own separate company, which puts it outside your purview.
When I alluded earlier to saying that McDonald's is this almost borderline religious institution, that's not too far off, because Kroc's vision, especially with early investors, he's like, what do you see in any small town or any city for that matter? You see like a police station and you see a crucifix on a church, which is instantly recognizable. He envisioned the golden arches to be as recognizable as the crucifix. He even says at one point in the movie, I'm not trying to be sacrilegious. I want the arches to be well known as the crucifix. And like
every small town needs a cross, a flag, And the golden
and
arches.
the golden arches.
A building with a cross on top, what is that? It's a gathering place where decent, wholesome people come together and they share values. It could be said that that beautiful building flanked by those arches signifies more or less the same thing.
And now every small town does have that.
And with a burger made of
2 all beef patties.
Yes.
Pickles.
Special
Special
sauce.
sauce.
Special
Oh,
sauce.
nobody likes
2 all
the
beef patties,
special
special sauce, pickle cheese, lettuce, onions on a sesame seed bun, Steve.
We're not all old enough to have seen
God
TV
damn
on a
it.
late-
But anyway, really, I think really fascinating. I
Yeah.
think if you're interested in business history, if you're interested in fast
Yeah.
food history, if you like the Keaton, you want to get nuts, come on. Let's get nuts. Then you should definitely check
It's
out
true.
the founder.
Yeah.
So
I had to have it.
You don't have it.
You sure about that?
thanks for being a part of this review, Steve. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you saw the film, let us know in the comments what you thought of it. Also, if you could hit that like button at the bottom of this video, we'd appreciate it. If you could also hit that subscribe button and give me some subscribe love, that would mean the world to me. Take care, everybody. Enjoy your Big Mac with the ingredients that he can't seem to remember, because I'm certainly going to enjoy mine later tonight, and I'll see you at the movies.
Order's ready in 30 seconds.
I ditched Steve and went to McDonald's.